Hello everyone, welcome to Tasty City. Today on the menu we are making party moi moi. So if you'd like to see how I made this, keep watching and please don't forget to click the like button. So let's get started. For full list of ingredients, please check the description box below. I have everything listed there. So to tie the moi moi, I'll be using cellophane bag, but however you can feel free to use foil paper, oma leaves or banana leaves. So here I have my cellophane bags already prepared, and I'll be using double just to make sure they don't burst open during the cooking process. To begin, I'll start by soaking the beans for about 15 minutes. And this is 15 minutes later. I'm gonna be using my blender to get rid of the skin. I'll be pulse blending each batch for about 3 to 5 times to get rid of the skin, and I'll be repeating the same process until I'm done. Okay guys, so I am done taking out the skin. So now it is time to take out the skin from the beans itself. So because this is a lot of beans, I'm going to be doing this in 2 batches. So what I'm going to do is to divide the beans into 2 equal parts. So now we are going to be getting rid of the skin. So all you need to do is just to make sure you have enough water in the beans. Then pour into a strainer, making sure you have a bowl underneath so you don't have to waste a lot of water. Yeah, so right now I'm just going to repeat the same process until I'm done deskinning the beans. I'm done deskinning the first batch. As you can see, it is nice and clean. So I'm just going to set it aside, and then I'll repeat the same exact process with the remaining half. Remember, the beans was divided into 2. Yeah, so I'm just going to repeat the same exact process, and I'll allow the beans to soak for good 4 hours before blending. Alright guys, so here is our beans all nice and cleaned, and after washing I allowed the beans to soak for 4 hours. Yeah, so I just had to cut some part, in order not to make the video too long. So what I'm going to do now is to prepare my pepper, onion, ginger and garlic for blending. At this point, the beans is ready to be blended, so I'm just going to be adding in my peppers, onion, ginger and garlic, and then we'll move over to the blending process. So now we are ready to blend, and I'll be blending the beans with some chicken stock. This is totally optional. You can blend with water and then add any stock of your choice during the mixing process, but since I have enough chicken stock, yeah, so I'll be using stock to blend instead of water. I'm also going to be blending my seasoning cubes along, so it will just incorporate well with the beans. So at this point, I'll be scooping some of the beans, onion, pepper, ginger and garlic into the blender, and it is very important not to fill up the blender so that it will blend easily. Once I'm done, I'll crush in 1 seasoning cube. Add in some of the chicken stock. And once that process is completed, I'll cover up the blender and blend until it is nice and smooth. And I'll be repeating the same process until the whole beans is being blended. I'm done with the blending process, so I'm just whisking my eggs. You can feel free to add any protein of your choice to this moi moi. Now to the blended beans, I'll be adding my whisked eggs. Next, I'm adding 1.5 cup of sunflower oil. You can also use vegetable oil and add the oil according to the quantity of moi moi you are making. So now we are going to add the blended crayfish. Add half teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of curry powder, and lastly we'll add 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. So once that step is completed, we'll mix this up until it is well incorporated. So after mixing, you want to check the consistency. If it is too thick, loosen it with a little bit of stock or water, and also test for salt and seasoning and adjust if needed. So after testing, my seasoning was perfect. I'm just going to be adding a little bit of stock, and I'll mix that well until it is well incorporated. So now we are ready to scoop in our moi moi or the beans batter into the cellophane bag, and I'll be using my 1 cup measuring cup to scoop it in, and I'll be showing you what 1 cup looks like, and if you think it is too big for party moi moi, then you can use half cup. So once you are done, grab the other end of the cellophane bag, knot it twice and tie, making sure you leave space for the moi moi to rise. Make sure you tie it properly. After tying, pull it up a bit to give it a little bit of space, to rise. And this is what 1 cup measurement looks like. So I'm gonna be repeating the same process until I'm done. So in total, I got 41 pieces. Now let's move over to the cooker top to cook. Okay guys, so over here I've got some water boiling, and I'll be cooking half of the moi moi in this pot, and then I'll be cooking the remaining half in the stainless pot. Now you want to cook this on a medium heat and keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn, and top up water when necessary. So I'll be cooking this for the first 25 minutes, and after that I'll be back to transfer the ones that are up down, and then bring the ones that are down up so it cooks evenly. So it has been cooking for 25 minutes on a medium heat. At this point, I'm going to be transferring the ones that are up down and then the ones that are down up so it cooks evenly. It is totally optional, but I choose to do it this way just to make sure the moi moi cooks evenly. And after that, I'll allow to cook for additional 25 minutes and our party moi moi is ready. Yes. So once I'm done with the one in the stainless pot, I'll move over to the other pot, repeat the same exact process, and I'll allow to cook down on a medium heat for additional 25 minutes and we are done cooking. a total of 50 minutes, the moi moi is ready, and guys, this moi moi tasted absolutely delicious. I hope you give it a try, and if you like this video, be sure to click the like button and subscribe if you are not already. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye for now.